Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Is the inverted yield curve an objective indicator of impending recession? Asking for a friend. I just put that on there to be obnoxious. But my question went out to the objective sphere. It comes back, historically it is at least, and then I find this article that takes exception to that and thinks that's quite doubtful. Ryan Molecki comes back and says, and he leaves 3 articles here. Argentina just suffered the second biggest crash since 1950. And George Friedman flashpoints the emerging crisis in Europe. Those 2 I'm going to go watch right after this and see what they're all about. But look at this comment here. Many people are saying that the Fed is trying to hurt Trump by causing a recession. Now, I mentioned this back when, it was just after he got into office. Excuse me. And he said, we want things, he wanted, I can't remember what it was, he wanted interest rates lower, but they wouldn't lower them or something like that. And I laughed and I said, well, they're going to end up making the economy stronger. You know, I mean, Trump's an idiot to think that would help the economy, whatever it was he wanted them to do. I can't remember what it was. You know, and he's just going along, Trump's just going along with standard Keynesian economics today. But luckily, the Fed is run by morons who just run on standard Keynesian economics. So when Trump wants them to do something which ostensibly would help the economy, but actually would hurt the economy, they fold their arms and go, no. So their inaction is better for the economy. They don't realize that. They think they're hurting the economy. So that's hilarious. That is the case. I believe that is the case. He says, many people are saying that this is the case, but ask yourself, have you ever heard of the absurdity of jobs-filled manufacturing booming recession? And that's what we're in. Many jobs, manufacturing on the increase, on the rise. All right? It comes right on the heels of Obama's jobless recovery. Right? In Obama's economy, you had a recovery and everybody was doing great and everything was fine. There just weren't any jobs. Jobs were the only thing missing from the recovery. Now, we've got a recession, but it's booming. Factories opening up, jobs everywhere, many jobs, extra jobs. So, you see, Trump's doing better than people think. Even though part of it is the Fed fighting him. That is hilarious. Check out this analysis of the situation in Europe also. Southern Europe is facing Great Depression levels of unemployment right now. Now, I've said this before. Even in the Great Depression, the United States didn't have it as bad as it got in other countries, as it gets in other countries. Other countries experience Great Depression level shit. That for the United States to go up to 20 or 25% unemployment was historical. Hadn't ever happened before, hasn't happened since. But there are other countries that get to 25% unemployment. That happens. So right now we're seeing that kind of thing happen in places where Argentina and stuff like that. The EU stripped England of their legacy fishing territory rights. Germany's at 5% unemployment. Germany is going to have some rough times ahead of it, I'm afraid. Now, maybe they'll continue manufacturing very strongly. They don't really have a choice in that for historical reasons. They're so heavily populated in Germany that their only real option to survive and eat is to manufacture and export. They have to have a trade surplus to import food in Germany. All right. So right now the Germans and the British are screaming at each other in Belgium. The same economic situation that led to World War II happening is occurring all over again. So Europe's very bad, and I just want to add that on top of everything he said there to top off and finish this little video, that Europe is so bad and things are going to get worse and worse there, that we're going to be getting some of that activity being brought to America and going other stable places presumably as well. But Some of it will come to America, be it just millionaires who want a safe place to live, or companies that want a safe place to have a factory, or whatever it is. We're going to be getting a drain out of all of Europe, an area of 300 plus million people, here, there, and everywhere. Factories, corporations, and people moving to the United States to have a safe, stable place to operate. So there's going to be a strong future for that. Not only America having a strong economy and the freest economy as it is, but then Europe collapsing and people trying to get out of there too. It's not a good situation overall. It's going to be costly. It would be much better if Europe were free and productive. But the fact that Europe's falling apart means a temporary, short-term boon to the United States. That's just the way it is. Are we facing a recession? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I just do not see it in the cards. I don't see how it's going to develop a recession. The economic borrowing bubble or something, like another housing bubble or something maybe? I don't know. But I don't see it in the cards right now. That's my opinion of it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Short, quick, easy video. Oh, I'll just say, patronize me. Appreciate the help. Try to get me up to $600 or $800 a month so I can treat this as a part-time job and not feel bad about doing it. Somebody said, Mr. Cropper, please condense all of your ideas on ablectivism into one video that's an hour or so long, hour and a half long, so that I can listen to these videos at work and not have to keep going back to the computer. He says there's this other objectivist who has all these clips in 2 or 3 minute videos, and he says those are super annoying and I wish I could watch them, I just don't have time. So put it in long videos. And then I got another objectivist who says the key to being a channel people count on and go to is to produce 2 or 3 videos per day. So I can't produce 2 or 3 hours of video per day. So I'm sorry if my videos come in, some of them are too short, some of them are too long, sometimes there's too many, then there's too few. I go 3 or 4 days without making a video because I'm busy with stuff, and then I make 6 videos in one day. And I'm sorry, I tell you, I'm getting advice from, no matter what I do, I get the opposite advice. Make more, I make less. Make them longer, make them shorter. So all I'm doing is making videos appropriate to the message. And if the message takes 5 minutes, fine. If it takes 2 or 3 hours, I certainly do those type of videos too. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, patronize me, support me, make me feel like I should come on here and do this, and it's not a waste of my time, and I'm not just some guy yelling at his computer screen. If I'm on par with Charles II and you're on Brooke, support me, and let's make this channel heard. Let's make the message heard. Whatever we're trying to do on here. And what are we trying to do? I don't know. Just watch the last 10 videos. That'll give you some idea of what's going on.